Right now on Infowars.com. Trump gives Hillary a pass, Breitbart News leads criticism. Donald Trump's senior aide Kellyanne Conway has announced that Trump will not pursue charges for Hillary Clinton regarding her email scandal, prompting alt-right news sites led by Breitbart to criticize the president-elect. How do you like that? Members of his own cabinet are criticizing him. Appearing on MSNBC's Morning Joe, Conway said Trump feels Clinton has been through enough. Well, I would have to disagree. She has not been through enough. She has not been through the Justice Department. She has not been through the justice system. And she has not been through a fair investigation. So I would have to disagree. Hillary Clinton has not been through enough. Conway also stated that Clinton's rebuilding her image and that Trump's decision will help her heal. She said, I think Hillary Clinton still has to face the fact that a majority of Americans don't find her to be honest or trustworthy. But if Donald Trump can help her heal, then perhaps that's a good thing. What are you talking about, Kellyanne Conway? What got Trump elected? Not getting close to Hillary Clinton. I'm sorry, is this going to help the victims in Haiti heal with the Clinton Foundation robbed? Is this going to help all the victims of the Clintons heal? No, justice is what will help them heal. During his campaign, Trump repeatedly stated that if he were president, he would appoint a prosecutor to charge Hillary. He even agreed with his supporters who chanted, "Lock her up," at the rallies. Yes, Donald, please do not let us down on this, okay? Me personally, I won't mind if you don't build a wall. If you do not pursue or prosecute Hillary Clinton, that will be a major black eye against what you said to the American people who got you elected president. During a 60 Minutes interview, Trump referred to the Clintons as good people and said he doesn't want to hurt them. I don't want to hurt them either. I just want a fair investigation into her emails. Breitbart News ran with the headline, Broken Promise, Trump doesn't wish to pursue Clinton email charges. So now you've got his own cabinet within his own administration criticizing Donald Trump. This is a good thing. This is how this country was actually built, for there to be discourse, for there to be competition and debate within a cabinet, not one person, one agenda. Meanwhile, according to a report in the New York Post, Trump met with heads of corporate media on Monday and pulled no punches. It was like an effing firing squad, one source said. Trump started with Jeff Zucker and said, I hate your network. Everyone at CNN is a liar and should be ashamed. Trump kept saying we're in a room full of liars. The deceitful, honest media who got it all wrong. Trump didn't say Katie Tur by name, but talked about a female correspondent who got it wrong. Then he referred to a horrible network correspondent who cried when Clinton lost and hosted a debate, which no doubt was Martha Raddatz, or Rat Jazz, who was also in the room. That's the Donald Trump we know and love. That's the Donald Trump we elected for president. You need to hold the same fire to the feet of Hillary Clinton that you held to the corrupt, dishonest media. This is Owen Schroyer for Infowars.com.
Rob Dew with Infowars.com, and well, this is a moment that I'm definitely enjoying to see. This is on Drudge, Trump Tower showdown with the media elite. And this goes to a New York Post article. Let's see, we'll click on that. I'll show you what that one looks like. And let's see, make sure no pop-ups happen. There's the shot again. Trump Media Summit was an effing firing squad. There it is, 5:12 p.m. just came out this afternoon. Here's the Infowars.com article. President-elect slams smug media in face-to-face at Trump Tower. We're in a room of liars, the deceitful, dishonest media who got it all wrong. President Trump invited members of the mainstream media to Trump Tower Monday for an off-the-record powwow some described as an effing firing squad. Believing, I love this part, believing they were in for a discussion of the media's access to Trump, the presidents of NBC News, MSNBC, CNN, and in addition to various other media figures, were treated instead to a brutal tongue lashing. There's Stephanopoulos leaving, who was basically a Clinton operative. It was like an effing firing squad, a source told the New York Post, adding that Trump singled out CNN boss Jeff Zucker, saying, I hate your network. Let's see. He said, everyone at CNN is a liar and you should be ashamed, the source said. Wow, Trump called everyone at CNN a liar. The meeting was a total disaster. TV, actually, this sounds like a pretty good meeting. It sounds like how they need to be treated because these people have been treating us like total garbage. And treating us like intellectual disasters for a long time. So it's good to see that they're getting a little bit on their end. The meeting was a total disaster. The TV execs and anchors went in thinking they would be discussing access, and instead they got a Trump-style dressing down. So the meeting took place in a boardroom. There were about 30 to 40 people, including big news anchors from all the networks. Trump kept saying, "We're in a room full of liars, the deceitful, dishonest media who got it all wrong." He addressed everyone in the room, calling the media dishonest, deceitful. He called Jeff Zucker by name, and everyone at CNN was a liar. And we went to CNN too, and they did the same type of stuff to Alex Jones back when he was on the Piers Morgan show. They said, "Oh, we're not going to have victims' families on before you. Don't worry, just come up here." And then what did they have on there? Victims' families right before him, and that's when Alex Jones went off on Piers Morgan and made television history for the year of 2013. So he called out different ones by name. Oh, that looks like it's the guy who runs. It's Charlie Rose right there, who Alex talked to at I believe it was the RNC. Here's what Trump said about it before the meeting. The failing New York Times is truly one of the worst newspapers. Oh, no, this is March 2016, sorry. They knowingly write lies and never even call it a fact check. Really bad people. So, there you go. So Trump went after the media, which is good to see because they have done nothing but slam him and treat him like garbage. So it's good to see that they are getting theirs.
Do you remember those in the mainstream media that lied, getting us into bogus foreign wars, that told us whoppers concerning Hillary Clinton and how she had a 98% chance of winning the election? Well, these fake news sources, Dr. Ron Paul, he calls them out. We have an article, it's up on our website. They're the real culprits of fake news. We have a professor that we highlighted last week on the show, this liberal professor that Paul describes as a feminist professor. That's putting it mildly. Her name is Melissa Zemdars, and she goes on to say that there are these fake news websites. A lot of them got President Trump elected. She's calling us one, by the way. You know what? Dr. Paul, he hits back, he hits it hard, and he actually lists the main fake news culprits. CNN, the New York Times, The Guardian, these people that, and I'm directly quoting Dr. Paul here, these are news sources that told us, if you like your doctor, you can keep it. They told us that Hillary Clinton had a 98% chance of winning the election. They tell us in a never-ending loop the economy is in great shape. These are the fake news journalists, as well as these publications like the New York Times that's recently been saying that Donald Trump's transition is failing, despite the fact that he's ahead of schedule. Around this time, President Obama, when he was first transitioning into the White House, didn't have nearly the candidates lined up with the qualifications. It was well into December. We're only in mid-November, and Trump is rounding out his transition beautifully, filling in those slots, taking meetings during a holiday week, no less, and yet the New York Times is still slamming him, saying that the transition is, quote, failing. Well, Dr. Paul, he calls all these culprits of fake news. This article, it's up on our website. And by the way, we need to start questioning them and hounding them on social media as well. As Dinesh D'Souza pointed out, the only way to take down these mainstream media elite liars is to use our social media platforms and to tell the truth. Check out this article. It's up on our website, where you get the real news here as we see it in real time. While you're at it, be sure to download our app, Infowars.com/app. I'm Margaret Howell reporting for Infowars.com.
Owen Schroyer for Infowars.com. I just got this push notification to my phone after a campaign cycle that begged for fact-checking. Fake news is spreading faster than real news. Now, I've been talking about this a lot because I get these push notifications all the time, and Yahoo has been the worst. Basically, every push notification, 2 or 3 a day, is anti-Donald Trump or fomenting some false narrative against Trump or Trump supporters or fomenting racial tensions in this country. But I've never seen one on fake news. Again, fake news spreading faster than real news. So here's what happened, folks. Their propaganda failed in this election cycle. It failed massively. Trump won. That's the indicator. So now we're seeing fake news as the new narrative. It was like conspiracy theorists in the 90s. Now it's fake news in 2016. So anything that's pro-Trump, I suppose, or anything that's anti-Hillary, or anything that's not from CNN or Fox or CBS or ABC, I guess, is fake news. That's really where they're going with this. And Yahoo has actually been caught with Katie Couric editing videos to pose a false narrative. So I don't know about you. In fact, I'd like to send a call to action out to all of our info warriors right now. When you get these push notifications from these major news networks, take a screenshot, do a report on it. Let's show the bias. Let's show how all of these mainstream news outlets are in the tank for Donald Trump. Let's show how they're now spreading false narratives of fake news. Let's show how they're adding to the racial tensions in this country. We know who's responsible for it, and let's actually prove it now with the factual evidence. So I ask you, when you get these push notifications in your phone saying fake news or Trump is bad or he touched a woman or anything like that, let's screenshot it, let's share this with others, let's show how the bias and the propaganda works on a mass scale. I'm sick of Yahoo sending me these push notifications every day demonizing Donald Trump. Totally biased. This is Owen Schroyer for Infowars.com, not fake news.
Did you know that only 6 corporations control 90% of what millions of Americans see, hear, and read every single day? It's the illusion of choice. Think about it. The mainstream media is owned by only a handful of megacorporations with vested interests. But on the other hand, the internet is an interconnected network of billions of sources. So you can research information for yourself from multiple sources, or you can blindly accept what you hear or read in the mainstream media, never questioning what you are being told. This gives you a false sense of reality. I mean, do you actually know what you think you know? Or have you been programmed to accept someone else's version of events? Think about it. This is Darren McBreen, and I want you to break the matrix at Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.tv and listen to The Alex Jones Show, because there's a war on your mind.